What's up, guys? How's it going? Welcome back to the channel. We had a great day. Here we are back inside the C8 Corvette. Woo! Oh, that's so cool. Leaving this car in manual mode, it does not upshift for you, just like the Shelby GT500. So this definitely gives you as close to a manual transmission as you can get, right? You're still a DCT. Downshifting, seamless midway through the corner. The balance of the car does not get upset. And it's really cool seeing the heads-up display as well right in front of you. Now, I have not really talked much about the DCT and the new C8 Corvette. It feels on par with the Shelby GT500. I don't know how both these DCTs can be so good, but also feel so different. I don't feel any understeer at all. It's probably because of the camber alignment for the track setting. But man, this car is so much fun, especially with the top down. It's crazy thinking about how one moment at the racetrack with the top up, now the top is down, we're climbing a mountain, and you get to hear the motor so much more. And I'll be honest, it doesn't sound as good as the Shelby GT500, but for what this car is, oh, it's bottomed out, I think. But for what this car is, man, you're getting so much for the money. Here we go, accelerating. A lot of you guys have been asking me, hey, why don't I shift manually with the C8 Corvette? Now, for the racetrack, for most of the hot laps, I've been keeping the car in automatic mode because it just does such a good job. Think of it this way, the car is just so advanced. I can't keep up with the shifts, I really can't, especially when it comes to the sub 3 seconds 0 to 60. How would I deal with that, right? So I know some of you guys are pretty upset about this car being DCT only, but I think once you drive it, you realize instantly that it's just the way to go for a mid-engine Corvette. And it's so planted. One thing you do realize, yes, this car only has 495 horsepower. It's that torque that really does just like wake you up, because anytime you hit the throttle, you get that instant just jump and that push right behind you. Getting on throttle. No understeer whatsoever. Those pops on the upshifts, they sound so good. Oh my gosh. Go downshifting to second gear. And let's get out of this corner pretty quickly. Okay, the brakes too. I mean, like, this is a base model Corvette. That's the best part about it. Oh my God, that pop sounded so good just now. Honestly, I don't know how Chevy did it with this mid-engine Corvette. I want to show you guys this episode what it's like manually shifting the Corvette. And I mean, this is what you got to do on the street, especially on the track. It's just more fun. One other cool thing you can do with the C8 Corvette is that if you click and hold both paddle shifters, you can actually rev the motor freely, kind of like what the new Shelby GT500 can do. We'll do it right now. So you ready? Click and hold both paddles. That's awesome. This may just be the best American supercar you could buy for the money, just because the only American mid-engine supercar there is probably gonna be the Ford GT, right? There's really no mid-engine American car being made other than the Ford GT, which costs $500,000 to $600,000. We're to compare it against a $60,000 starting price for that, and I'll be honest, most Corvettes aren't going to be $60,000, so that figure is kind of thrown out the door, isn't it? The average C8 Corvette would probably be around $80,000 or so, even with the tax, it'd be even higher probably. For a sub $100,000 car to go 0 to 60 in 2.7 seconds on the street with a passenger in the car like nothing shows you exactly what we're dealing with right here, and this is just a starting point. Now that's what I'm talking about right there. Look at this view. We just climbed this entire mountain in, I don't know, like 5 minutes or so. Next thing you know, we have this amazing view. The C8 Corvette is cooling down. What's funny is that you can hear all of the fans right here trying to pull in that air. As you can see, everything's cooling down, cooling off. The way this car looks, though, I still haven't gotten over it. And plus, it seems like everyone who does see this car their heads just turn and they don't know what to think because there's never been anything quite like this before. What's funny is that I think I am getting used to these wheels all in the four corners. I don't think I'm going to change them, at least for a little while. The car, it flows so good because the accents right here, the polished accents, they match the interior. So the entire vehicle, I think with our Z06, if we do get that car, or even the ZR1, I do want to add all the carbon fiber accessories on the interior. I'll keep the competition seats because these hug you in perfectly. They're just so good for the track. What do you guys think? Should we get a Z06 or even a Grand Sport or the ZR1, whatever it is that is more track focused than the Stingray? It's hilarious to think about how I've always been a Mustang guy, and next thing you know, I'm all in for this new Corvette. It's that good. This channel, me getting this car and driving it, it shows you what the new C8 Corvette can do. It can turn anyone into a hardcore fan. I've been pretty lucky. I've had the chance to drive a Huracan LP580 and then a few McLarens. They feel like this car driving it. It gives you the sensation that you are in your own fighter jet. The view in front of you, you just see the road, and the way it just excites everybody around you. This car is no different. They all fulfill that void of what you'd like about a supercar. They're just unreal. They're not conventional. We're on this mountain with this amazing view. I got to give you guys some drone shots. Just hold tight. So we've got the setup right here. Let's put our hand over here and unlock the front compartment. Here we go. Opening it up, we've got our camera bag up in the front. We've got some water bottles over here, some hand sanitizing wipes for this whole thing going down right now. I do want to show you guys one quick thing that I just figured out about the C8 Corvette. If we come this way and look at this rear glass, what do you notice with it? Actual miniature Corvette logos. So I'll flip the camera around so you can see it from the proper angle. But look at that. That is crazy. I never knew that this car had that small Easter egg in the back. And there's like millions of them too. Overall, what do you think of the Corvette without the roof on it? This being a Target, you can take it off whenever you want and put it in the back, and plus you still have all that space in the front, right? Should you still order the convertible? Personally, I'm pretty happy with this one because I can see the engine, plus when I lower the rear hatch, it's still visible. This is what I'm talking about right here. This is all part of the ownership. When you buy this kind of a car, you're gonna enjoy it. And when you get it, you instantly realize why you paid $80,000+ for it. You don't ever question the price tag for this car whenever you're driving it. It seems like throughout each gear change, Chevy programmed a way to give you whiplash, tell you, hey, you just slammed into the next gear, which I love that feature. The new GT500, it's also fantastic. I have no complaints with it, but it's just completely different through the driving dynamics of it. When I shift manually in this car, I get that whiplash. In the new GT500, it's a seamless sort of vibration and then a pop, which is also really cool. He was out there to film the drive-by. That's so awesome. That's what this car does to people. It just makes them so excited, so happy to see it. Plus the DCT, you can downshift this whenever you want. Even less than 1,000 RPMs from the red line like that didn't stop us. We had probably 200 RPM to go, and the car didn't block us from downshifting. So you definitely do have all that control. However, let's say I'm in second gear. Can I downshift? No, it doesn't let me. It blocks that out, which you can expect that because it's helping to protect the transmission, the motor, from being over-revved. The way this car turns into a corner, you turn in before the rest of the vehicle. So that is one of my favorite parts of the C8 Corvette. So we're sitting so much further forward to the front axle. The axle is right there. It's like right there in front of us. So when we turn the car, you get the sensation that you're turning before the rest of the chassis. I should probably be in track mode right now because it'll stiffen up the suspension. I think Cup 2s are a must mod if you want that extra level of confidence, because on the PS4 tires, yes, the car feels fantastic, especially on the road. You have to put on Cup 2 tires, or some are compound tires, because it brings the back end grip to the next level. And I mean, like, the car is glued to the road. Wow, I had to pull over just now. I wanted to make this video to show you that there's more to this car than what meets the eye. And driving this car through the corners, having that engine right behind you, it's not just the grip that's different, also the G's are completely different. Having that center of gravity like a few feet behind you, it's breathtaking. It almost takes some breath out of you when you gas it. The sensation of taking these corners hard and the G's right here, it's unlike anything I've ever experienced. And no, it's not horsepower dependent. I think it's everything that has to do with the chassis. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. It really does help me out. And subscribe for much more great C8 Corvette content coming your way. And also for the Shelbys. And yes, I should be getting my carbon fiber track package Shelby GT500 within the next month. So that's going to be exciting, especially comparing it against this car on the racetrack. Thanks again. I'll see all of you in the next episode.